it's me here. I am doing a live a little bit earlier. I do my Tuesday live. Last Tuesday I didn't do one because I was away. So I'm here to talk to you about fears. So fears are something that can really hold you back. And I have just realised that I had a fear of success. So it was something that was holding me back. It sounds absolutely, I don't know if you can hear the volume. I look like I've got a halo. Ooh, hello. So it sounds absolutely crazy, and you're probably thinking, what do you mean the fear of success was holding you back? But I actually feared being successful. So how many people here, like, put your hands up if this is you, do you have a secret fear of being successful? Because what does successful mean? So successful means that you've got to be at the front, you've got to be giving lots of value, and sometimes that's quite scary. So the thought of doing lives is scary. The thought of a lot of things is scary. So there's a lot of fears that there are, and then when you've got all these fears, you then stop yourself being successful. So that is what I mean by I had a fear of success. So I absolutely used to 100%, I'm not looking at my best, am I? So I absolutely 100%, hey Katie, so what I'm talking about here, Katie, is fear. So I had a fear of being successful, and I know that that is the case because I now look at like where I'm going now, and I don't fear it anymore. Like, it's silly little things like, if I make extra money, what do I have to do when I make the extra money? And they're just little silly things that were holding me back. So what fears, like, let me know below if you do or not, but what fears do you have that you think are holding you back? So I had a fear of being successful. I also had a fear of not being good enough. That was a big fear of mine, that why am I good enough? Why am I good enough to be here? Why am I good enough to be doing lives? What do I have that people want to know about? Like, but there's always something that you know that someone else would love to know that you know. So just share some advice that you have. So what fears do you have? Like, some people have fears about going on lives. I used to have the biggest fear about doing a live. So I used to be like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to say? Who's going to listen to me? Like, everything. Like, tonight, I'm just come on. I've literally been at work all day. I'm not looking at my best, to be fair. Got like grey hair, if you can see that. Like, I'm pointing out all my flaws because I just want to point out, you don't have to turn up on a live looking absolutely fabulous. Just turn up being you and just chat to people. Like, I was like, oh my God, I need to talk about fear. So I need to speak about something that I fear and something that I've overcome. And I was like, what on earth am I going to talk about? What can I talk about that is a fear that I've overcome? And I was like, I had a fear of being successful. I actually had a fear of being successful. So I'm going to come on here and I'm going to talk to you and I'll talk about my fear of being successful. And it sounds, like I said, it sounds absolutely crazy. Like, why would you have a fear about being successful? But I did. And that was what was holding me back all this time. And when I really dug deep about it, I was like, oh yeah, that is what my fear was. Like, everything that I ever did, that was what my one fear is. And that fear is like, I'm scared of being successful. So I was scared of fear about what people would think about doing what I actually want. Fear about what people will think about doing what I actually want to do. Yeah. So that's your mind going in overkill. Like, earlier today, this is a fear that I had, and I was talking to my upline about it. And I was saying, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to lead a team of people? Like, what am I going to do? And she was like, Jo, you're already leading people. Like, what are you going on about? You're fearing leading a team of people. But what are you doing now? You've got a team of people. You help them. You've got empathy. You understand where they're coming from. You guide them down a new road. That's being a leader. You don't need to change anything that you're doing. Just like carry on doing what you're doing. So that was a fear that I had. I had a fear of being a leader. But when you do things slowly and you take stepping stones and you don't overthink it. So Katie being on here has reminded me about overthinking. So we used to love chatting to each other in our messenger about all the things that we were going to do and how great were they going to be. But we've got to do one important thing, and that was actually take the action of the fear that we had. So we just didn't take action. But now we're taking action. Even if it's a little bit of action, even if it takes a few weeks, we're stepping forward. So it's all about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So lives. So at the moment, this is all part of, like, we do some really fab training in the team that I'm in. And at the moment, we're doing a 5-day challenge about lives. So today was do a live about something that you've got a fear of and how you've overcome it. And I used to absolutely fear going live. Like a few years ago, I wish I could share one of my old lives. And I am bleating on, I'm going on like at the moment. But this is actually intentional blabbering. So I'm actually doing intentionally blabbering. I'm not sitting there going, oh no, I'm going on and on and on and on. And I'm just ranting at people and they're going to be like, oh, what is she going on about? I don't care. I'm just talking to you and I'm rambling on and everything. But before, I would have felt myself going red. My face would have swelled up. I'd have been like, oh, I can't talk. I remember my first ever live I did. I went on, I blabbered on for about 10 seconds or something. And then I turned it off and I think I deleted it. I was like, I can't share that. And I deleted it. And that's what I did. And how embarrassing does that look? Like when you keep like playing it and then stopping it and then deleting it and then trying again. I still, even now, I would do the odd live and I'll go, oh, I can't share that. And I'll delete it. But then I'll redo it and I'll start again. And I'm still guilty of that. Like that was a big fear of mine. Going live was, I think back and I just look at like how far I've come in time, and I always think, oh, my time before I joined this current one that I'm in, I just wasted it. But I haven't. Nobody wastes any time. Like I wasn't ready to be where I am now because I didn't have the right guidance. I weren't picking the right people to be aligned with. I was joining people because I just saw dollar, I'm not American. I think my son watches too much YouTube. I saw pound signs and I was like, oh, I need to go to that because they're gonna give me this and they're gonna give me that. And then I put a post on yesterday. I was blabbering on a bit yesterday. I got a bit deep with everything. Here we go, blabbering. I love that word today, blabbering. So yesterday I was getting a bit deep with my posts. You're more than welcome to have a look at them. And I was sort of like going on, a memory come up. So a memory come up from a year ago, and I'd said, 3 months ago I was in a position where I was spamming everybody I knew, just not even making real friendships, just looking at people as my next recruit, the next person who was going to join my team and was going to make me really successful and everything. But I was doing all that, but what was I actually doing for that person? Oh, well, come join my team. So they join my team, and then they'd be like, well, what do I need to do? Ooh, just do it. They'd be like, I can't just do it. And it's just about helping people out. It's about building confidence. So that was what my post was about. Like I just got to a point where I was absolutely fed up of just messaging everybody I knew, telling everybody about what I do, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I need a new way. I really, really, really need a new way of working because I just can't do this. I was so fearful of being successful. I couldn't do it on my own because I needed to know what to do to be there to actually get successful. So where am I up to? So see, this is like I said, when I was nervous about doing lives, I would have done this and gone, oh, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I would have run off. But I don't do that anymore. I just talk on and chat on because I just want to show you lot that it's easy to go live. Like if I can do it, anybody can do it. And if I can do it with a halo over my head, anyone can do it. So I was just like, I can't carry on like this. I can't message everybody I know. I don't want to make fake friendships anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And then I have told this story before. I found a group of people who sort of started to teach me like the great way to do it, a way that you can make friends, you can build good friendships, you genuinely get on with people. People are your friends. People are people that you want to get on with and be good friends with. And I started building on that. And I was in a team. And it was very American based, like the team I was in, and the people I were following was very American based. And I just thought there must be something like that's nearby that I can start to build on that understands me and everything. So I then took I think it was about a year. Well, it must have been a year because I got a notification yesterday, like when I shared that memory from yesterday, that it had been a year. And I just thought to myself, where can I go? And it took me a while, and I was looking around, and then I finally found the team that I'm with now, and I've not looked back. So I know it's always 3 months ago, but it is true. Like in 3 months, anybody that knows me, anyone that follows me will know how far I've come in myself, with my own confidence, my own abilities, and everything. And so I just wanted to, like I said, this is about fear. It's about fearing something and overcoming it. And I've had so many fears in my journey that I've just ploughed on through. But what is different now is I have the fears, I get the help and advice, I speak to people, they give me sound advice, I know where to go for the sound advice, I get proper help, that's okay, do it your way, do it how you want to do. That sounds great. Like, there's no criticism, there's always confidence and confidence boosting and making me, like, for instance, the mindset stuff. Like, I have feared so much doing the mindset stuff. I'm like, who would want to listen to me? But I've gone for it because I'm in a group now where they promote you doing things like that. They want you to be successful in your own thing and do really good stuff. And that is why I've overcome the fear of success. So I feared being successful. Share below any fears that you've had in relation to this, and I am sure that you can overcome any fear, because fears, like I said, I've done a post before where I've put fear isn't a real word. It's like it's a false thing. So fear is something that your mind creates about something, and fear is good if it's used in the right way, but sometimes fear can be counterproductive. And I have spoken before about how in today's day and age we fear things that aren't really worth fearing, and it's just something that our mind does, and a lot of things that we fear aren't real fears. So like I said, I was subconsciously, or not subconsciously, or whatever I'm trying to say, I feared being successful. But having been in the team I'm with now, surrounded by the people that I'm with, that fear is subsiding, and I'm now growing day on day on day. Like, anyone who watches my lives and followed me for a while will know. And I'm all here about trying to help other people overcome fears, overcome mind blocks. Like I said, I've got that fab group about that. I'm also got a team of people, which I'm sure they'll comment here if they disagree. If they do disagree, they can always come in my inbox and say, hey Jo, you're just not cutting it. And I'll say, well, how do I need to change to help you? Because it's all about adapting to people and their needs. So I have people come to me, they start off slowly, we build them up, we have a chat about what it is that they want, what their needs are, and everything like that, and then we go from there. And that's it really. So I just wanted to come on here and speak about fears, and how once you know who you are and what you want, you will find the right people to surround yourself with, and then all the fears and the things that you feared for so long will start to subside. I'm not saying it's good to have fears. Like, I don't fear, but I do still get nervous before I come on a live. And like, even now I'm like talking to you, and in the back of my head I'm thinking like, am I actually making any sense to anybody? Is anybody listening to me? Like, I look at the amount of viewers that I've got up there and I think, but then what will happen is in a few days time, I'll get people in my inbox saying, oh, I've been watching your lives. You're so inspiring me. Like, you know how I feel. But the reason I know how people feel and when they're struggling is because I've been there. I've been through them struggles. If you can see what I was doing with my hand, I'm doing all this on my arm, like, woo. I've been through them struggles. I know how it feels to feel like that, and that's why I understand, because I've been there. I've been in fear of doing lives, and I still remember it. I don't forget that people fear doing this stuff. Like, I remember it. I remember the pain. I remember the fear. I remember coming on and thinking, oh, my friends and family are going to be watching this live. What are they going to say about me? But I don't actually. So what if they're laughing about me behind my back? There's plenty of things they do, and I think, oh, that's ridiculous. But it doesn't matter. Like, some of you, like, I have a job. I won't go into detail. I never go into detail what my job is, but I'm sure a lot of people would think, what? Like, I already do a job where most people don't like what I do, so why am I worrying about this? Like, does it really matter? Like, but I suppose here is people can, this is the real me. This is the real me turning up. This isn't me in a Superman or Superwoman outfit. This is me. This is a raw me. And I think sometimes when you're turning up as the raw you, as the real you, and people put critical comments or write things that aren't very nice, that's hurtful, isn't it? And I think that's why we fear going live on our profiles, because we fear the negative comments. We fear what people are going to say. But when you start surrounding yourself by people, with people who are there for you and people who support you, it doesn't matter if you get them comments, because the people that are watching you and support you will just comment and say to them, just shove off. Like, why are you saying that to her? You will build your tribe of people who follow you. If you do this in the right way and you have people in your world that you want to be in your world and people that keep you happy and make you happy, you will eventually be in an environment like I am where the negative comments disappear, the negative people disappear, the negative, you only put yourself, and you put yourself out there in places where you're welcomed, where people want to hear what you've got to say, people want to know more about you. And this is what I'm just trying to say. Like, I feared success, but the more I grow, the more successful I am, the more stronger you become, and the more you can fight people off. And it's just changing, like the whole thing is changing. So just grab your fears. I've gone on about quite a few fears. I've had a few fears. I tell you what, like, I am the most nervous person. I am the most self-critical. I am the most nervous person. I am, like, you wouldn't believe this. Like, this is something, I'm going off on a rampage here. So I used to think, you know, you get them people, like, we've all been there. Like, if you've been in this industry for a while, in network marketing, we've all been there. Like, you'll get these people, they go on the stage and go, oh, I was the most nervous person you've ever met, and I can't believe that I'm here, and I used to think, what a load of rubbish. You unconfident, lacking self-confidence, what a load of rubbish. But I could, you know what, now I'm where I am and I'm out happy, I could go on a stage. You're probably thinking that about me, like, what's she going on about? She was nervous and not quite confident. What a load of rubbish. But I swear, if you look back on my profiles, I don't know if you can, I'll probably take you out years, you will see a completely different person. And these people that stand there and go, oh, I was so nervous and I didn't think I'd ever make it, and maybe what they were saying was true. Maybe they're so passionate about what they do, they can stand up and talk about it because the passion just oozes off them. Like, if someone asked me to go and speak about mindset or go and speak about what I do, I'm so passionate about what I do now. I'm so happy where I am. I'm so, like, there's no red flags that have been flying, or if there are, I've just ignored them because I'm so happy where I am. I'm so happy with all the confidence that's been built on me. I'm so happy with the people I'm surrounded by, that I would talk in front of a load of people, like I am now, but I would talk in front of a load of people about what I do because I'm so happy with what I'm doing. And that's what it's all about. It's about being somewhere where you're really confident. And maybe these people were nervous, maybe these people did have confidence issues, but maybe they met the right people in the right group, or they surrounded themselves with the right people in the right groups, and that's what built their confidence. And then when they're on stage and they're talking, they are really happy to talk because they're really happy where they are, and they're so some people are just naturally confident people. But it's changing. This industry is changing, and it's not just for the confident people anymore. It's for the people that lack the self-confidence, the people that are nervous, the people that don't think they're worthy. It's there for you as well. Like, go and grab it with both hands and overcome them fears, because it really is possible. I am like a walking advertisement for overcoming fears and coming on live. I'm really, like, cautious that my top keeps going down. Like, even my top, like, come on. So please do, like, if you've got any fears, find some way to overcome them. There's so much help out there. There's so many people that want to help you be successful. Just go and look for it, and you will fly. Like I said, I'm in the company I'm with now. I'm like itching my nose. Maybe that's money, isn't it? Quick, itch it. Is that money? Is that money itching your nose, or is that ears? What's ears? Nose is money. Oh, my nose is really itching. Keep itching. All gone red. So anyway, I will now leave you all. Like I said, I'm on earlier for my live, but have a fear and do it anyway, and please, please, please just enjoy it, because that's all about. If you're not enjoying it and you're getting down, like there are going to be down days, there really are, but go somewhere you enjoy it. Please don't spend 7 years miserable and upset and thinking you're not good enough, because you are good enough, and there are people and there are teams out there that are going to throw that confidence into you, and they're going to show you, they're going to make you overcome fears you never ever 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 thought were possible. And I am living proof of that. And please do come and talk to me, come and chat to me. I'm just here to help everybody, because this is my mission in life, is to help people and help people grow. And if people can grow like I've grown, and I can help other people do the same, I am on to a winner. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate you being here. If you've got any value from this, please do share. I should have done this at the beginning, but I don't, because I don't think. But hashtag replay, like if you're on the replay, do it at the end. But if you are still with me at the end of this, thank you so much for watching, and I'm rooting for you. I really am rooting for you, because everybody deserves success, or a chance to success. Like I said in one of my other posts, you don't have to be a 50k earner. You really don't. Like, what do you actually want? I've had a really good think about this, and if you just want a little bit something, don't you? Like, if you're somewhere and it's happy and it's building your confidence, that's worth more than any money, isn't it? Like, really is. So thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate you watching me, and I will see you again soon. I'm going to be doing a few more lives this week, because I'm on my challenge with my team. So you're going to be getting a few more lives. I have no idea what is next to come, but today was all about overcoming a fear, and all I can do is thank the people that I'm with now for helping me overcome some really big stumbling blocks of fear for me. So if they're watching, thank you for that, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.